Good morning for all who have stopped by, are visiting my vlog today. I will be talking about a book that talks about self-discipline. This is one of my book series, and this is going to be one of those books. The author's name is Daniel Walter, The Power of Discipline. It's a very short read, 96 pages, and I choose to recommend this book for everybody who wishes to be motivated to achieve their goals in life. And this is a book I recommend to all my students. I coach online, I teach public speaking as well as personal self management courses that I put together. And this is one book that I always recommend. I'm not being sponsored by any publishing house, neither I am being sponsored by any particular brand or association, but this is a book from my personal library, The Power of Discipline. What are we going to talk about it briefly? I personally believe that the power of discipline comes from number one, first, deciding if you want to bring about some change. And how do you bring about change is by these basic three things. You discipline yourself, you believe in yourself, and you do stuff which you decide to achieve within a short time frame, but you do it consistently. So discipline, consistency, and belief in yourself. Now, my students often ask me, ma'am, how do I maintain that motivation to carry on doing or working towards a particular goal? Motivation doesn't happen from the outside. It's from within when you are ready to achieve something in life. And that requires mental toughness. Yes, mental toughness. And, oh, sorry about that noise. My window's open. Well, back to the point. Self-discipline comes from personal mental toughness. How do you build that? Many times my students often bring up this issue that they attended a particular speaker's seminar, they got highly motivated. Once they came home, that motivation went out of the window. Motivation, the secret of pursuing a goal or attaining a particular goal, comes from one secret: consistency. Be consistent with the change you have desired and start working towards it. This is what the book says: the power of discipline. There is no other secret. You can walk out of so many seminars and come home and following day, zero motivation. Because it did not come from within, there was no process in place, no reality check for yourself. Say you want to lose weight, or you want to buy a ticket to travel to South America for the spring break. What are you doing to get that dream fulfilled? You set a timeline. By the month of March, I should have put aside $500 to $600 for my flight. How do I plan to do it? Go mow the grass, your neighbor's grass in your neighborhood, work at McDonald's, work in Target, work at the mall. I mean, find ways to make that extra buck to proceed to fulfilling that goal. That should be consistent. The example I like to throw out more often is if you really want to achieve a particular goal, self-discipline. In a day, we have 24 hours, right? And most of the time, we divide it into 8, 8, and 8. 8 hours sleep, 8 hours your daily chores, personal chores, and 8 hours if you have a 9 to 5 job. But say you don't have a job right now, and you have 24 hours. Everybody has 24 hours. You normally set the alarm for 7 a.m. Instead of setting the alarm for 7 a.m., set it for 5 a.m. Get up at 5. What have you just done? You've gained 2 hours from your regular routine that you have been following for years on years, year after year. So by getting up at 5, 2 hours you've added to your day. 7 days a week, the 2 hours, 7 to the 14. You've gained 14 extra hours in that week. So coming back to getting up at 5 a.m., go out for a walk, 30 minutes, come back home, do some exercises. You could have a treadmill, or you could do yoga, or you could prepare a meal that would boost your energy. That's part of your extra 2 hours that you got up early in the morning. So, in essence, you have attained additional hours for yourself. Now you're inspired. You got to walk. You were motivated. You came back home. You made a smoothie for yourself, a glass of green vegetables juice or protein shake. So these are new changes that you are slowly going to add to your, do it for a week. Let the week go by, and then another week, and then another week. Your energy level is going to go up. And when we start seeing that change that happened because we disciplined ourselves to believe that I can do it to achieve a certain goal, those results that you monitor are so mind-blowing, beautiful feeling that you are going to live with for some time until it becomes a routine, right? Um, I'd like to share from this book a chapter that says why you should never try and do anything. Remove the word try from your vocabulary. There's a reason. And this is from my personal experience. When I was working in the hotel industry, my boss, Rolando, shout out to him. I truly owe it to him for being the go-to person in my career and excelling in my sales and marketing. He was a beautiful, wonderful, compassionate mentor to me. Well, once he gave me a project, we were working at the Carlson Group of Hotels, Radisson, where I got the job of a executive salesperson. He gave me a project and he said, I want you to go out and meet this client. Come back with a contract. My answer to him was, Rolando, I will try and give it my best. He very compassionately proceeded to tell me, Pavan, I have seen the potential in you the day you were hired. You have been blessed with the gift of the gab. You speak very well. Put your mind to that. Be honest, be authentic. When you meet the client, he will sign on the dotted line. But do not use the word try. What he was trying to say was the word try is like a crutch. We fall back on it. Even if you did not achieve that client's contract, you can come back and say, Rolando, I tried my best. Although, if you went with the mindset, I got to get it, I got to do whatever it takes, it would have been a different mindset altogether. You would have done whatever it takes, right? So remove the word try from your vocabulary. And that's what the author talks about. And I'd like to share a little excerpt from this particular book. Here goes. Stop trying your best. As children, we are encouraged to try our best. Well-meaning teachers and parents tell children that as long as they try their best, the end result doesn't matter. Popular sayings such as, at least you tried, or it's the taking part and not the winning that's important, further reinforces this attitude in the children. It is a comfortable sentiment because it suggests that there are always going to be other opportunities to succeed, wherein the reality lies in the fact that the opportunity may not come back again. So give it your very best the very first time. There's no such thing as try. Become a doer. Become a doer right away. So on that note, I would like to ask all of you, young, old, pick up this book, revisit it. Even if you are at the end of your career in your retirement phase, or you've just stepped into the college life, pick up this book, The Power of Discipline, 96 pages. Goodreads also gave it a 4.5 rating, which is really wonderful. So highly recommend it. The Power of Discipline. Read it. If you've already read it, reread it. If you haven't read it, pick it up and read it. And if you're not a reader, subscribe to either one of the ebooks, Kindle, or whatever makes you pick up a book to read or to listen to a book, but do read it. Highly recommend it from Professor Pavan. So on that note, thank you very much for dropping by. Hope to see you in my next book series. Bye.